It was big roaches, it was pregnant roaches, it was albino roaches. Now you know. I like the way that you get your own bed, you don't need no one helping you squad. But I'ma add to you, I'ma give you some bless, I'ma add to you. We're on the avenue and I ain't gonna listen, no, I'm bad as you. Baby, I'm sensitive, they can't disrespect you, I gladly shoot. I don't play around, man, I don't care. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm so happy that you clicked on my story. Like, I'm so happy that you clicked on my video to watch it. I hope that you enjoy the content that I'm putting out. I have so much more story times to tell and so much tales from the hood, so many more tales from the hood. So just make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Let's just get right on into it. So this is a story time of Roaches and Regrets, a Miami horror story. How I was flued out to HE double hockey sticks. Okay, like it just ain't give what it was supposed to have gave. So the time, circa 2022. It was definitely 2022. Yeah, it was 2022. Or was it 2023? It was 2023. It had just gotten to 2023. Late January, early February, right? Now, the reason I gotta give a little backstory so that it can make some sense as to why I just jumped out the window and decided to let this man flies me out. Okay. So, you know, normally when I have responsibilities, I'm not just going to jump out the window and let nobody fly me out. But it's always when I don't have responsibilities, I don't have nothing to do. Like, here come these golden opportunities. And why not? Why not? Why not go to Miami? So some guy, we're going to call him Vibes because he's Jamaican. We went to high school together. He was a really bad kid in high school. He grew up, it seemed like he got his life together, he turned to be a better adult or whatever the case may be. Still a very shady character, as you will see in this video. And I don't have like any other story times about him, only this one. But yeah, so this guy named Vibes, he offered to fly me out. He hit me up on Snapchat. We was chit-chatting or whatever. He hit me up on Snapchat, you know, typical Caribbean Jamaican man. Baby love, wagwan, I love you, I want to marry you, come to Miami, come live with me. I'm like, word, say less, I'm gonna come and check it out for like a week. I don't have no job up here. I had just recently gotten fired that January 25th 2023. I remember it was like the first time I gotten fired in many years. So I had recently gotten fired or whatever the case may be, and I was just like, I ain't got nothing to do. Sure, why not? I'm finna head to Miami. We arranged things. I told him, listen, because I know he used to be a bad kid. I was like, listen, don't punch my flight. Do not punch my flight. I'm not trying to get arrested in the airport. Don't punch my flight, sir. Right? He was like, I'm not going to punch a flight. He bought me a one-way ticket. Now, that's a big red flag due to the fact that I would not even buy me a one-way ticket because, like, sir, why would you buy me a one-way ticket for? Right? And it was given very much like, if I didn't mention it before, I'm grown and sexy years old. So I have my fair share of experiences in life to know, like, a one-way ticket is definitely a red flag. But I'm going to go. So I went, right? And also to another reason that prompted me to go is because I was dealing with this guy. I had a situationship from like late September to mid-February, and he was trying to ghost me because Valentine's Day was coming up. And yeah, he was just trying to ghost me because Valentine's Day was coming up. And you know, I was not really having it. So I had plotted, due to watching some TikToks, which I don't recommend because you really do not need to get revenge. You see, the name of my channel is Mercy Taught Me, right? And I'm gonna teach you the best revenge is your paper, like Beyonce said. Like, you do not have to get no revenge against nobody. Just focus on yourself, you know, get your coins up. But anyways, I had gotten my revenge, and it was against my little situationship, and we'll just name him Nipsey. Headed to the airport, right? Headed to the airport.
Nipsey cut me off. I'm high-key heartbroken over Nipsey because you couldn't tell me that he was not my soulmate, right? But I'm like, oh, whatever. That whole time when the guy was like planning on flying me out, that took about 2 to 3 days. And in that 2 to 3 days, I was applying for jobs. It might have been a week. It might have been like 2 to 3 days. I don't want to say it wasn't 2 to 3 days. It was like definitely a week's time frame because that time I had started applying for mad jobs. I applied for mad jobs in the University of Miami, mad medical jobs and stuff like that. And I had ended up getting a couple of callbacks. So my plan was, right, I was going over there on like a Thursday. I was going over there like Thursday, Friday. So, you know, for that weekend, I was going to chill out. And then Monday to Wednesday, I had some job interviews planned. And I was going to go on the job interviews. And then me and him was just going to be in a marriage. Because, like, we was going to be together after that. I don't know. Like, don't ask me these questions. And don't ask me why I thought it was going to work. And also, too, like, my mom was definitely on board with this idea. And it's just like, why don't people try to stop me sometimes? Like, I guess, like, if you just let me do my own thing, then I'll eventually come to my senses. Clearly. But yeah, so all right, boom, we covered the bases. I'm looking at my notepad, right? So we covered the bases, right? Get to the airport. I see one of these people from my old job, this lady. She was like a trainer or like a team leader or something, and she was not the nicest person to me. She always was rude and nasty, gave me attitude or whatever. So I seen her at the airport with her whack fiance, looking like a weirdo couple, and I was just like, you see me, just got fired, still catching flights. What is you talking about? Oh, big mercy, not the little one. What are you talking about?
Yes, it's tight, but doesn't bite.
I was not quickly humbled, okay? Quickly. My seat number was the number of Nipsey's block, which made me really even more like sad over him. And then I had gotten a burger and it had those same sequence of numbers. If I was smart, I probably would have played them in the lottery because I probably would have won. Okay, I was seeing those numbers like they was angel numbers, y'all. Seeing them like they was angel numbers, okay? And anyway, so I was so sad. I'm missing my boo. But I still get on a flight, goes to Miami. I was very adamant on like him not booking me a Spirit flight because at the time that was the only cheap airline that I knew. So I was very adamant, don't book me no Spirit airline. I don't want to go on Spirit. This is a first class. Anyways, it wasn't first class, but he did book me Delta flight. It was a nice little flight. It might have been JetBlue. I think it was JetBlue, whatever. A nice little flight, whatever. Get there, he comes, he picks me up from the airport. It's hot. You know, when you first touch down in Miami, it's so humid. So like it's hot or whatever. But I came prepared because this was not my first time in Miami. And if you guys would like to know about my first trip to Miami, which was also not a success, and why I'm cool on Miami. I'm good on Miami. Like, Miami owes me absolutely nothing. Okay, Miami, a place where friendships go to die. That's going to be the title to my first Miami trip when I do it. Like, what? It was not good either. Anyway, so there's a little backstory as to why I extra trusted Vibes, right? We known each other for so long, right? Vibes was cool. He bring the vibes, like, even though I'm naming him after Vibes Cartel, he bring the vibes. He was a good vibe, even though he was a bad person. Like, and I kind of have this tendency to see the best in guys when they're not good people at all. But yeah, so Vibes bring the vibes. He had a really nice luxury car. So we did have a phone call prior to me leaving out there, and it was just like me joking around or whatever, and I was just like, you better not have no roaches. And he was just like, my God, come on, like, I don't got no damn roaches, whatever. Okay, don't clock me on my Jamaican accent, okay? Don't. So he was like, I ain't got no roaches, whatever, right? But I'm a funny girl, so I'm just kikiing about it, right? Right, kikiing, it's a key, right? Oh my. It was not funny. It was not funny at all. Fast forward again. So he picks me up from the airport. We go to some jerk spot. It's like his friend spot. We get some jerk chicken. We riding around, whatever the case may be. And then we go back to his house to get settled in. It's time to take a shower, go to bed. I got there pretty late in the night. And that's just what we did. As I'm going to take a shower though, I'm noticing, when I put my stuff in the living room, I'm noticing it smelled like roaches. And like, if you ever been in a roach infested environment, you know what roaches smell like. Like, it's this stale smell. Like, it just smelled like unclean, ungodly, like roaches, right? So I'm like, okay. And then I see like a couple roaches crawling around, right? And I don't want to just bust out and kill no roaches, but like on some real stuff, like fight or flight, I'ma smack a roach. I'ma smack it down to the ground with my hand and just wash my hands really fast. And I'm like, okay, this is did we not just prior have this conversation where I said, do you got some roaches? Ha 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 ha. And you said, no, you don't have no roaches. My gotta stop playing with me. Right? So yeah, what's going on here? Anyways, I go to take a shower, right? As I go to take a shower, I realize how do you call it? Like, I realized like the intensity of the infestation. And his apartment was a very basic apartment. It was on a first level floor. Like, it's Miami, it's humid. I expected to be bugs, but like this was like, it's dead baby roaches on the floor. It's roaches crawling all over the place. Like, you didn't put down no raid traps. You didn't even try. You didn't bomb your house. You didn't do nothing, because if you try, it would not be that many roaches, bro. I don't even see a can of Raid around nowhere. And with the amount of roaches that you have, bro, you should have some Raid just to, you feel me? But like, no roaches nowhere. No roaches. I mean, no Raid nowhere. Muahhh, no Raid, right? And I'm just like, oh no, like, it's dead baby roaches on the sink. It's a bunch of roaches, like a gang of roaches in the shower. It was just like, oh my gosh, I don't even want to take a shower here. But I took a very, very quick shower. I got out, boom, we go to bed, right? I made sure to not put my suitcase inside of his closet, because I'm like, nah, if he got this many roaches like in the bathroom, I know inside of his closet is mad roaches. So I did not do that, right? So I put my book bag on his dresser, and I put my suitcase like right next to the bed, like on the side of the bed. Like, the bed was like this. The bed was like this. Here's the closet, right? Here's the closet. Here's the bed from this side. And then he had like a dresser right there on the other side of the bed. So I put my book bag on that dresser, and then I put my suitcase right next to it. It was still a little walkway, right? So I was just sleeping on that side, whatever, right? So the next day comes. Let me read my handy dandy notes, right? So this is day 2, right? So I wanted to go out to get some breakfast or whatever the case may be. We went to Biscayne Bay to get some breakfast, a cute little breakfast spot. They had like dogs out there or whatever. He didn't eat anything, which is a red flag number 2 on top of him booking me. So let's just recap the red flags real quick. Booked me a one-way flight. Mad roaches. He didn't eat nothing at breakfast. Any guy who goes out with you and doesn't eat anything is super broke and weird. Like, they're the weirdest of weirdest people. Like, I cannot stress that enough. And brunch was cool. We went back to his place. And then, like, let's say it's like 12ish, and I was really feeling to go to Publix, because my homeboy was telling me how, oh, Publix got the best sandwiches, and you gotta get the raspberry iced tea or whatever. Shout outs to Publix, because I got a chicken sandwich and it was really, really good, and so was the raspberry iced tea. Shout outs to Publix. But whenever we was in Publix, red flag number 4, he stole the sandwich, bro. He only bought the raspberry iced tea. And like, if anybody that knows me knows, I'm so afraid of stealing, because I got caught stealing when I was 9 years old. So boom, after that, we had came back to his house. He smoked, so he's like smoking or whatever. And then this is red flag number 5, right? We're at 5. Tell me how homeboy is gonna be like, oh, try this candy, candy. It's good. It's chocolate. You would like it, right? But it wasn't just chocolate. It was mushrooms. And like, I'm gonna take it because I wanted to take it. But it was, why would you lie to me about that? But I took a little bit of it, and then he was like, yeah, after this we're gonna go to like some places, mad fun, we're gonna do go-karts, right? We went to some place after that. It was cool. I was feeling nice. Like, he was like, it's gonna make you mad happy. I was happy, right? We went to some place. It was like, they did have go-karts there, but we ended up not doing go-karts because he didn't want to pay because he was broke. And we had just did, what do you call it? We had just did like, what do you call it? Just like played the games, but it was like Dave and Buster's, but like a big place. Anyways, so yeah, we was there, and as we were there, we were playing games, and we were playing air hockey, and I'm pretty good at air hockey, and I'm not good at a lot of things, but I'm pretty good at air hockey, and I was beating him, right? So as I'm beating him, he got mad competitive, right? And it was a little girl there playing with her father right next to us, right? Why in the world he gets mad competitive? Like, he's right, like to the point where the thing keeps on, the little air hockey puck keeps on flying out all over the place, like, and that the man, the Spanish guy, he's there with his daughter, and he's looking like, blink twice if you need help, girl, blink twice if you need help. And I was just like, I'm off this like chocolate, and I'm just like, bro, I miss my Nipsey. And like, this guy is weird. Like, it was just like so weird how he was just like being so competitive and aggressive. Like, it was just like, I don't even want to play no more. So we didn't play no more. We played a few more other games, and then he was just like, all right, cool, we about to be out, we gonna go to the casino, right? So I'm like, all right, bet, we out to the casino. I like the casino. I be winning off them slot machines sometimes, right? So we in the casino, and I ended up leaving him because he ain't give me no money. So I had to take money out of the ATM. Mind you, I told you I just got fired, so I didn't have that much money, right? So I took like maybe $40 out the ATM, which was mad expensive. He was complaining the whole time, like, we should have had cash beforehand. You didn't have to pay, blah, 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 whatever. He had a little attitude, right? And I was just like, oh, okay. The whole like Dave and Buster's situation with the air hockey, I was just not feeling him at all. On top of him having mad roaches. Like, I was trying to do as many things as I could do to be out of the house because, like, bro, the roaches was like OD, right? And when I thought it could not get any worse, it did. So the casino, I dipped off from him. I ended up playing the slots. I won like $60, put it in my thing. He came and he had gave me $20 though. And I did win it off of his $20. Put it in my bra. That's my money. He was looking at me like, because I had dipped off from him to just play the slot machines because he was being weird. He was trying to give me money out the ATM. Boy, bye. If it's one thing about me, I'm gonna enjoy myself. If I'm with somebody or if I'm not with somebody, I'm gonna dip off. Like, bye. And I was reading up about it, and they said that that's a narcissistic trait. So I'm gonna try to like communicate better with people that, hey, like, I'm really not feeling this. The regret sinks in. Like, the regret already started sinking in once I took that chocolate. The regret started to sink in. I really miss Nipsey. He was so aggressive. He was nothing like Nipsey. And it was just like, I was not having a good time. Like, I definitely should have took time to heal and be by myself. And also too, because I didn't have a job, instead of jumping on the flight. But if it's one thing about me that I learned, one thing about me, if I don't have a job, I'm gonna book that trip. Come hella high water, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna book that trip. You hear me? If I ain't got a job, I'm gonna book that trip, or that trip getting booked. So yeah, later that night, we go back to the house, right? And inside of my bag, because when I had went to the airport, I had brought some snacks or whatever, right? And remember, I told y'all I put my book bag on top of the dresser, right? So I go inside of the dresser because, like, I still had some of the Publix sandwich, but I just opted to not eat it because of the amount of roaches that he had crawling around. I was just like, I don't really want to eat that because I know it's some roaches, and I just threw it away, right? He was like, oh, I got some cereal. I'm not eating no cereal out of your house. I'm not eating no cereal out of your house, bro. Because he did try to, earlier that morning, when I was like, oh, let's go to brunch, he tried to offer me cereal. Bro, I'm not eating no cereal from your house. I had my fair share of experiences with roaches to know that, sir, I'm not eating no cereal from your house. Like, no. So anyways, I go inside of my bag to get the Cheez-Its that I had. I got the white cheddar Cheez-Its. Yum, love them. So I got the white cheddar Cheez-Its, right? And I pick up my bag. It is a roach on the bag, right? I'm like, oh nah. What is going on? Why is it a roach on my bag? Like, I I'm gonna be realistic, right? Let's be real here. If you see a roach here and there, like a normal healthy amount of roaches, right, in your house, it's maybe like 3 a year, 4 a year, right? That's fair, right? Now if you got a light infestation, right, you got a couple roaches, 15 roaches, okay, cool, right? But when it starts to be like, because I could deal with like, oh, I see 1 or 2 roaches. Like, I grew up in the projects. Like, I told y'all this is going to be Tales from the Hood. I could deal with like 1 or 2 roaches. I could even deal with like 10 roaches max. I'm not even going to hold y'all. You see, I'm lying because my ear just started to be like, but like maybe like 5. Maybe like 2. Like, if I come over, I see like 2 roaches. Like, girl, you feel me? But like, he had dead baby roaches all over the place. Like, you know how like you look on the floor, you think it's a black spot? It was a dead baby roach. I took a picture, I sent it to my homegirl. I'm like, bro, this homeboy got mad roaches. Like, I'm scared to take another shower here. Like, I took another shower, but like it was even more roaches than the other day inside of the shower. Like, and again, she was like, girl, relax, like it's Miami, they have roaches there. And I'm like, nah, bro. I had to take a picture of like the bathroom sink because like, I'm like, sis, those are dead baby roaches. Like, it was so many baby roaches scrolling around. It was big roaches, it was pregnant roaches, it was albino roaches. Now, you know, if you got albino roaches, you're very far deep into the roach infestation. You have a whole colony, a clan. It's a queen mother roach there, right? Like, I'm just itching thinking about it. Like, so anyways, right, it was a roach in my bag. I told my homegirl, I'm like, I gotta go home. And he only booked me a 1-way flight. He told me I'm supposed to stay till Wednesday. I cannot stay till Wednesday. Mind you, I packed interview clothes because I was really planning on going my interview to the University of Miami. If y'all want to hire me, don't. Because I'm not going back to Miami after this was the second time. Shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times and I'm just a goddamn fool. I ain't gonna be no fool for Miami. I'm good. So, right, my homegirl, I'm telling her on Instagram, I'm sending her pictures of the roaches or whatever the case may be, right? She like, sis, let me tell you, you better check Spirit. I'm like, girl, I checked Spirit. They ain't got nothing. Mind y'all, I told y'all, this is first class, baby. First class. Okay, I need Delta, JetBlue. What's the other one? It's that's all I know. Okay, that's all I could think of. Oh, JetBlue, Delta, American. You feel me? United. Like, that's very much what it was giving. But I had to keep in mind that I had the like $80 from the casino in cash, but like I didn't have that much money on my card because like I just paid my bills. I just got fired, you know, like, you know what I mean? So your girl was out here on a wing and a prayer, and she was like, I'm like, nah, Spirit is mad high right now. I cannot even afford a Spirit flight. She's like, sis, go to Southwest. Like, what is Southwest? Go on Southwest, like, stop playing. Go on Southwest, get you a flight, come home. I find a flight on Southwest for Sunday morning. It's like 6 a.m. flight with a stop in Tennessee. Okay, cool, right? It was like a little while layover in Tennessee too, so like I could like enjoy my time in Tennessee, right? So I'm like, all right, cool, bet, say less. So I'm finding a flight. As I'm finding a flight, I'm laying down in his bed, right? I took my shower or whatever, I'm laying down in the bed. Why the hell A roach is on a bed? Why is a roach on a bed? A roach is just crawling on a bed, bro. So I'm like, ah, right? I knocked the roach wherever. And I'm like, oh, hell no. Hell no. I gotta go. I cannot do this no longer. Like, I cannot. I'm so happy I'm leaving, right? So I'm like making sure all of my stuff is together. I'm like banging my little suitcase, because remember I had it right there by the dresser, right? Bang my little suitcase. I take the snacks out of my book bag. I shake my book bag out, right? I put it on top. I take my clothes out right there, and I'm just like sitting there like roaches and regrets. How did I get here? Like, I'm just sitting there like, how did I put myself in this situation? I should have stayed home and saved my money, because I wasted, even though I didn't buy a flight, I ended up booking a flight, and that flight off of Southwest was like $150. Like, it was not cheap. So now I had to pay $150. I don't got no job. And I got like this $80 in my bra, and I gotta pay an Uber to get to the airport, right? Because I was not telling him that I was leaving, because the aggression that he showed inside of that fake Dave & Buster's, it was really, and then like the whole chocolate situation, it was really like, you're weird, like, because why did tell me what that was? You was just gonna try to give it to me and then have me feeling some type of way. You're weird. So I didn't tell him that. And then we did not have necessarily, after that situation of fake Dave & Buster's, I was like not feeling him at all. And you could tell my energy was just like, I want to get home to my baby Nipsey. I missed him. I loved him. And I wanted to go home to him. Like, I did not want to be freaking around this man anymore. So it's about like 9 o'clock. He comes inside of the room and tries to cuddle with me, right? After I just killed the roach on his bed. Sir, if you don't get your disgusting little hands off of me, right? And I'm looking at his nails, and in all fairness, I think that he was like a mechanic or something. So like his nails were mad dirty, and I'm just looking at them like, bro, I do not care if you're a mechanic. You should have went and got a manicure, bro. Like, that looks disgusting. Like, when's the last time have you taken a shower or you cleaned under your nails? And granted, I was only there for 24 hours. So I'm thinking about it like, did he take a shower? I don't remember, because like, this was just very traumatic for me in general. And then I got really scared after that whole entire Dave & Buster's situation, and the man was looking at me, because it kind of gave like a flash into like the future. Like, girl, he gonna hit you with a quick jab. And I was just like, oh nah, like, he is just not it. Like, I gotta get home, right? Anyway, so he trying to touch me and cuddle, and I'm just like, please don't touch me. Like, I really don't feel good, whatever. Catches an attitude. He goes to the living room, and then he just dips out, right? I'm like, okay, whatever that's about. Like, I'm sorry, I don't want you to touch me with your disgusting fingernails. It had like caked up freaking dirt in it. Like, ew, that's so gross.
Future editing me here. This is an example of his nails.
Gross. Like, you want me to give you a manicure? I'm good to give somebody a manicure, sir. You're not touching me with those fingers. And it's not that he was not attractive, but I was not attracted to him because I have really strong feelings for somebody else. And I just wanted to go there to go. Like, I didn't want to go there to like actually get to know him and live with him. I was just doing that because like I was so heartbroken. So I should have just never did that, but I did. And when he tried to touch me, I was like, that's why I cannot be no sugar baby, because I'm not giving you no sugar. Once it's time to give the sugar, I'm like, and I have a story about a situation like that too. But boom, he leaves out, right? I set mad alarms on my phone because I'm good for it, right? So that I could wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, because I already checked the GPS. I already checked Google Maps, baby. I'm out of here. Schedule my Uber and everything. I'm out of here. No, I didn't schedule Uber because that'd be mad expensive. But I'm like, I'm gonna wake up at like 3:45, 4 a.m. and I'm out to the airport to be there before 5 a.m. come hella high water. And that's exactly what I did. That's exactly what I did. But the thing was, because Miami weather was so weird at the time, like it was like literally a hurricane at the time that I was leaving, right? So I'm like, all right, boom, I don't know how I'm gonna do this because I don't want to put this book bag on my back, right? I'm just trying to keep on shaking out my stuff. I go because, and he was sleeping in the living room, right? So I go, I bring my things to the living room quietly, and then I tap him, and I was just like, yo, vibes, I'm out, I'm leaving, I'll catch you later, I'm going to the airport. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm out of here, I'll see you later, boo. Knowing damn well I ain't never gonna see him again, right? So I get to the airport safely, and then I get home, right? And then I get home, and I'm telling my mother this story because I was really in Miami for like, I came on Friday night, Saturday the whole day, and I was back home Sunday. And she was just like, girl, I thought you were supposed to come back on Wednesday. I'm like, I thought so too. But he had mad roaches. And I'm like in the hallway putting my suitcase in a black plastic bag in my book bag. And I'm taking my clothes out and putting them in a separate garbage bag. And then I went and I was like, Mom, bring me some clothes, right? She bring me some clothes. And I changed right there. And then I just went and put everything inside to wash. And I kept the suitcase inside a black plastic bag until I could get some Raid and like spray it down and stuff like that. And I washed my book bag and stuff like that. And that was the end of that, right? But it was not the end of that because my homeboy hit me up and was just like, yo, we still cool though. You still my son. Like what happened? What? I'm sorry if I made you uncomfortable. Why did you want to leave? I said, honestly and truly, you didn't even make me that uncomfortable, but you have mad roaches, bro. Like it's unsanitary. Like I just cannot, right? He's like, yo, I just blacked on my landlord to let me break my lease right now because I never had roaches. I never had this problem before, bro. You told me that you not have roaches before you booked this flight, and you knew that you had a whole roach infestation. I seen an albino roach at your house. I see roaches giving birth to baby roaches. Like, okay, I'm dragging it, right? But like I did see an albino roach. Did I? I don't remember if I've seen an albino roach, but like I know albino roaches are a thing because when I was growing up, I seen them. but like he had so many roaches. I'm like, bro, I don't even want to talk to you no more. Like it's no hard feelings, but like you had mad roaches. It was a roach crawling on my bag. It was a roach crawling on a bed whenever I was trying to take a nap before he came in there trying to cuddle with me. So I told y'all in the beginning that I was talking to him on Snapchat, right? So briefly, because at the time, and I was not able to have any social medias because I had a stalker at the time, and again, a story for another day. I had a stalker for a couple of years. It was really, really bad. So I didn't have my Facebook like that. So I had actually went and I had reactivated my Facebook, and like, so Vibes' name is Vibes, right? But like, let's say his real name is like Errol, right? But he goes by E, but everybody calls him Vibes because that's what everybody knows him by, right? So I see like E got bans on my Facebook thing when I reactivated, talking about, oh, never fly a chick out when she too excited. I said, I know you lying, bro. You the one who said, oh, baby love, I'm gonna marry you. I'm gonna put a ring on it. Come down here. Come be with me, my love. What are you talking about? What are you on Facebook talking about? And I still never even like, I never said, oh, never go to somebody's house in Miami when they tell you they ain't got roaches and they have a whole infestation.
Talk to my cousin Shaw. Playing with me, man.
What? And then also too in the messages, which was so crazy, he was like, I really wish you would have stayed because I was gonna get some tickets so that we could go on a cruise to Bahamas on a weekend. How was you gonna do that when you never told me that? That's why I didn't book your flight back. I was like, oh, are you gonna give me the money for my flight back?
Please.
I'm gonna send you your money back. He never sent me the money back. And that's why book a two-way. Book a round trip. Don't let nobody fly you out and book you a one-way ticket, and don't let nobody fly you out if you're not staying in a hotel. Honestly and truly, like, and also don't fly out if you don't have the funds and a job, because like I had a little bit of, you know, wiggle room and I was able to get back by the grace of God. But just imagine if I was stuck there and I wasn't able to get back, like, you know. And this is really why I'm making these videos, so you know, you ain't gotta go through it because I went through it, right? You ain't gotta go through it because I went through it. Yeah, and that's really like the end of the story. He never sent me my money back, and I ended up deleting him or blocking him off of Facebook, because after I seen that, I was so hot and I wanted to comment, but like I said, I had that stalking situation going on, so I couldn't comment or say anything like how I wanted to say, because I wanted to do my big one. But I really felt like it was not worth it due to the fact of bro, you're the one living in madness, chaos, and confusion. Like, that's your real life. Like, don't try to say I was eager to fly out. You was eager to marry me and fly me out, bro. Like, anyways, yeah, so I just wanted to tell that story, and that's basically the end of the story. I don't have no other story times about him. I was just thinking about it, like, I don't have any other story times about him. So that's gonna be the end of vibes. You have some story times about Nipsey, and I don't know if I told y'all, but I know I was like doing a little Caribbean accent. Don't clock it. Don't clock it. I am Caribbean American. Thank you so much for watching me. Appreciate you. Like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at mercies.interlude. It will be in the description box.